Hey guys, it's Jimin here. In today's video, I'm going to teach you guys the 5 best close range guns in Apex Legends Season 11. Now, this is purely based off my opinion, and this won't be given in any order, so let's just jump right into it. So the first weapon on my top 5 close range weapons is actually the Re-45. So if you guys don't know, the Re-45 is actually a pistol you can get early on, which is basically the same as the R99, thus it's a pistol and has a lot more recoil, but if you actually are able to get used to it and drag your mouse down, it honestly just chews through people's shields and health, and it has a quick reload time, making it easy to knock people down if you back off or maybe hip fire them with a different gun to switch onto the Re-45 again. It's just an insane pistol to start off with. It's honestly sometimes better than a Mozambique because how consistent you can get the spray down. So if you slide into them with the Re, you can honestly destroy them. It's the same logic with the actual hip fire with the R99. The only problem with the Re-45 is definitely not a gun you would use late game, but depending on the situation, you could use it if you don't see an R99 because how good it is, as long as you got the spray down. The base magazine size is actually 16 rounds. If you were to get a common mag on top of it, it would go to 19, and then with a blue mag, it would go to a total of 22 rounds. And finally, if you were to get the epic magazine, you go to 25. But by the time you get an epic magazine for it, you'd probably switch to the R301 or R99. But honestly, this gun would still be a really good gun late game with that magazine. The next weapon on this list is actually a tie between the CAR and also R99. Now these guns are basically the exact same. The only difference between them is that the CAR has a little bit more range over the R99 and has the ability to use 2 different types of ammo, meaning that it can use heavy ammo and also light ammo, which is really good if you want to run maybe the CAR flatline or CAR R301 combo. That's insane. And the same rule applied with the actual R99. You could run it with the flatline or you could run it with the R301. It'd just be the exact same thing. This one has a little bit more utility than the other one does. Now, R99 and also CAR have amazing hip fire if you get the spray pattern down for it. Now, I've used it plenty of times before. You get used to it, you'll destroy kids with absolutely. You can slide on into them, destroy all their shield, take out all their health, and it'll be easy collapse. The only con with both these guns is once you start shooting them, you are pretty much guaranteed to lose ammo in the process. So that's why you want to take both of these guns to the firing range and actually practice with them so you can get warm with the guns. And I would recommend you do this. You could do this in game too. Just get a feel for the spray and try to not use all the ammo in the magazine to take out one guy. You should only really have to use half the mag or at least 90% of the mag to actually take out a guy. So you're going to go on the range and just practice with that a bit. Now, both these guns have the exact same amount of ammo for the magazine sizes. So for the basic, both have 20. For the common, they both have actually 22, and for the rare, they both have 24, and finally for the epic, they both have 27. Now, both CAR and R99 actually have 2 different skins that actually provide a better iron sight than any iron sight you can find in game. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, is that all the skins in game actually sometimes have a custom iron sight, meaning that if you get the right skin, the iron sight will actually be better than any scope you can find in game or late game. So for the actual R99, 2 skins that actually have amazing iron sights is one the Kill Switch and the other one is Outlander's Avalanche. Both of those skins have an amazing default iron sight, which honestly, you just gotta grab because how good it is. Now for the CAR is the same kind of rule applied, that the Bastel Perfection actually has a great iron sight on it, and so does the Factory New skin. Both of those have amazing iron sights, and honestly both of these guns are just so good, that's why I put them both at the exact same spot. So the next best close range weapons is actually a tie between all 3 shotguns. Honestly, all the shotguns in game besides the Mozambique are honestly insane to use early on and late game. Preferably, I would say probably the PK is best. Second best is Eva in the meta right now. On top of that, the Mastiff. The Mastiff is actually busted. As long as you can hit your shots accurately, it can destroy kids like you see in this clip here. Now, all of them are really great guns. Some of them actually have better sets than others. Of course, the PK actually, Peacekeeper, whatever you want to call it, has actually 2 default skins that actually provide a really great iron sight. One is the Lone Star, which provides a nice iron sight, and on top of that, the Supernova provides its own really good iron sight defaulted onto it. Now the only thing you have to keep in mind is that each of these guns have their own abilities. One of course is the PK. The PK provides a scope down ability where as long as you stay scoped down for the whole process, it will actually charge a shot and basically make this shot like a sniper rifle at times, and you can dome people with it, which I have used it for that purpose, but it's very situational. Maybe you want to pre-fire a corner, you hold it down aimed in, pre-fire the corner, and then you hit a guy for 80 or 99 or sometimes 9, but we won't talk about that. Then, of course, the EVA is like the haymaker in Call of Duty, where you shoot it individual shots, shoot burst shots, meaning that you get like a few per round, blast people with it, and then you can just dome them. As long as you hit them accurately, you should be able to knock someone within a close range fight. Then, of course, the mass shift is one of those guns where it takes a bit of time to reload it, it takes a bit to shoot it, but if you hit your shots, you're guaranteed to do some really good damage as long as it's at point blank. And that's why I put all the shotguns in the exact same spot, except for the Mozambique, of course, because just how strong they are. The next gun on this list is actually the R301. This gun is actually one of the best guns in Apex Legends I can recommend to anyone to use because it's universally good. Now, long range fights is best for its ability because how good the range with it is, but you can use the hip fire and close-up firing when you're versing enemies. Now, the hip fire you can use or zooming in as long as you hit your shots, it's going to chew through people's health and absolutely dome them. So it's a really good gun. Now, it isn't the best hip fire gun, but it is definitely on this top 5. The final gun on this list is actually L-Star. Now the L-Star is honestly the most insane close range gun because of the fact that it has no reload time. Now let me explain how this gun works. First of all, if you start shooting it all the way, it'll actually have a cooldown where it actually heats up too much. You're gonna have to wait 1 or 2 seconds for it to cool down, then reshoot it again. But if you master this gun, you can actually consistently keep shooting it without having to worry about the cooldown, where you kind of like slow pause, reshoot it again, then do the same thing, slow pause, reshoot it again, and then destroy a bunch of kids. So it's one of those guns you definitely want to master to take full advantage of this gun. Now remember, the L-Star does not have any range. Like if you start shooting this across the map or across the plane like to someone, it's not going to do anything. It's literally going to miss all of them, and you're not going to get it because the spread goes wider and wider the farther away you are. Now if you keep up close, the spread's really calm and really small, making it really easy to hit close range targets. And that's why I put this gun on this list, because of how busted it is. And those are the 5 best close range guns in Apex Legends. If you did find this video interesting or even helpful, make sure to smash the like button, get subscribed so you not miss any more of our Apex Legends content, and don't forget to check us on Twitch. We do stream our course every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They have a link down below to our Twitch channel. Until then, I'll see you guys in our Apex Legends video. G-Man out.